Hey guys, Elko Dude here. Today I'm gonna make a video on how to replace a stator on your, well, this is a 2000, but it should be about the same for any twin cam. How to replace a stator on it. The first thing I would do is drain all your primary fluid, and then after that, take off your primary cover, and I'll go from there. But yeah, first thing, drain all that primary fluid out, and I'll get back whenever after I do that. So you want to let this primary fluid drain for a little while. It's right there is where the plug is. You can crack this cover off just a little bit, or this, and you can get a little more airflow so it's a little quicker. You are going to have to take this off anyways to take the primary cover off if yours has this inspection window through here, because this does go in through onto your inner primary. So yeah, the next step is taking this cover off and this cover off. This one you don't really have to, but I'll probably take it off anyways. So what you're going to want to do next is take this snap ring out right here, so you can pull this centerpiece out. Behind that you have your nut for your clutches, which is a reverse thread, so make sure you go reverse to pull the clutch hub off. This is normal threads for your compensator, and then you want to take this off right here, your adjuster, which the way I usually do it is I just take this one nut right here and the washer off and pull that off and just let this all stay with it, like the adjuster stay with the chain and everything. That's usually how I do it, so if anything changes I'll let y'all know, but I should be able to just pull it off like that. So just this one over C-clip, take it off, reverse threads, this regular threads, and then that, just I think it's a 9/16, pull that off. So after you get your tensioner nut loose with your 9/16, I like to grab one of these big old impacts right here, and usually use those to take off the clutch hub nut and the compensator nut and or bolt, and usually she'll pull right off. Sometimes with these you do have to give them a little pry, but usually they're not too bad. So we'll see how this one ends up doing me. So after you get both these nuts off, she comes right off, and all you have to do now is pull this spacer off right here and pull your stator cover off, and you're pretty much already there. All you gotta do after that is pull your wires out through there and de-pin them under there, which I'll show how to do all that as well. So I got the stator cover off, and as you can tell, she's definitely cooked. She's all burned up. And just like a way that I usually get these covers off is, you see there's two holes, and usually it sits like that right there. What I'll do is I'll get two nails and I'll bend them in a 90-degree and just put them through, and then get a pair of channel locks, two pairs of channel locks, one on each, and just work it through. You know what I'm saying. Just put one right there, one right there, and then just grab them. That way you have a good grip on them, and just give them a wiggle back and forth, and you can usually pull that cover off pretty easily. So yeah, now all you gotta do now is, here's 4 screws. You just want to take those out, and this will pull right off of here, and then all you have to do is worry about the wiring. And then after that, basically put it all back together the way you took it off. So shouldn't be too much harder to get everything else apart, hopefully. So it's the next day. The stator actually came in the mail just a minute ago, so I went ahead and threw it in here. So basically, for this plug down here, right, obviously you unplug it. Here's the old one, not the old one, but the one I gotta put back in there. You see right there on the bottom, that little clip style. Actually, first you pull out this little blue thing. You just put a flat head underneath it and just pull straight up, and it comes literally right out. And then there's little tabs right there on the bottom. Just put a little small flathead there and pry a little bit, and then give a little tug on the wires on the back, and they come right out. There's the old stator. See, I didn't damage anything. They just, see, it's got that little square. You're basically just prying that out of that square, so you can pull that right out. I already cleaned this all out. I just used a little bit of carb cleaner, is what I had, sprayed it out, got it clean enough. Put this new stator in just a second ago. I still got to screw it down. Obviously you want to go in a cross pattern so it seats evenly, and then you just want to put these wires back into that connector and put everything back the way it was. Tension usually is about, you want about 7/8 of chain tension from the tightest point in the chain. And remember, when you put this clutch basket on, that is backwards thread, so you'll want to loosen it to tighten it. This is normal threads. I usually just, you want to put a little bit of red Loctite on that nut whenever you do put it on, that compensator nut. And also you always want to adjust your clutch, but I'll show you how to do that whenever I get to that point. Once you get your stator tight, you just want to throw your cover back on, and then after you get your cover, you're going to put your ring back on that goes right there behind it, or in front of it. And then when you go to repin your things, all you got to do is just look down in there, and you'll see the little square that you pried before. Just push it back in, and then put your little blue cover back on, and then all you have to do is plug your your voltage regulator back into your stator. On that end, still got to push your compensator and clutch on, and your tensioner on this side, and then your primary cover. So as you can see, I got everything put back together. I got the chain tension to 5/8. Put a little red Loctite on your compensator nut. I got this back in, so all I have left to do is adjust the clutch and put the cover on, put the fluid in. And the way you adjust your clutch is whenever you put it all back together, you want to get this cable right here and put it all the way in. So that way you have the most amount of slack in the cable as you can. And then you set this with your Allen wrench right to where it touches. And wherever it touches, you want to do a quarter turn back off. And then put your jam nut down. But you got to adjust this first. So I'll be back when I do all that. So once you got this right here all the way in, so you have all the slack into your cable, you go down here to your clutch and you put your Allen wrench in, and you see how there's no drag or anything. The moment you feel it touch, you might have to feel it out a couple times, about right there. Then you just want to go to a quarter to a half turn out. I usually go with a quarter, so I have a little bit better grab, or not grab, but like just that's the way I like my clutch feel. Really up to y'all. But then once you do this, then you go back over here and adjust it to where you just barely, I think it's about like a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch of play in your lever, and then your clutch is adjusted completely. So then all you gotta do is fill up your primary fluid. So once you get everything put back together, make sure you put all these bolts that go for the primary cover. Put a little bit of blue Loctite on all of them, just so they don't fall out, because I've had it happen to me before. And obviously plug your stator back up, which I haven't done yet. That's gonna be the last thing I do, because I mean it's easy to just plug it right up. And yeah, make sure you have your gasket surfaces real nice and clean. Clean up with a razor blade and wipe them all down and everything. Mine was all good. I got it all torqued down. Just gotta put some blue Loctite. Which I like to do is get everything settled and everything flat. Go ahead and torque everything in a pattern, and then just take one out at a time. Put blue Loctite, go to the next one, blue Loctite, put it back in, torque them all back down. That way nothing really is getting shifted around or anything while you're tightening it all down. And then whenever I'm done with everything, get it all bolted back down. We'll see if I got voltage, which I'm pretty sure we will, because that thing isn't cooked. So it should be pretty mint, should charge as long as that voltage regulator isn't bad, which I don't think it is. It looks pretty new, so we'll see. But it should work like a charm. Everything went together really smoothly. So thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, share, you know, everything like that. Thank y'all for watching. We got Dad coming in the yard. We just put a new rear rim on his bike, a solid rear rim. Looks a little bit better than his little dinky spoke one. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.